Hello, Namaste, and welcome to my channel, Spiritually Gina, where I encourage you to pursue your soul. My name is Gina. Today I have for you guys your person's current feelings, and this is for a no contact situation. We have pile 1 here, a selenite wand, pile 2, a crystal geoid, and pile 3 here, a clear quartz tower. So please pick your pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and I will see you at your reading. And before I get started, I want to thank everyone who comes in and assists with this reading, and I hope you all are having a beautiful day. Leave a comment down below about which pile that you picked, and now to your readings. Hello, namaste, and welcome to your readings, pile 1s. So this will be the core message from your person, and then we will expand, clarify, and end with advice, all right? So your card here is, I'm a better person because of you. So I feel that you helped raise your person's vibration, possibly bringing some awareness to them and their actions, and how kind of like, not that they were a fucked up person, but I just feel that they were sort of unconscious or just not out there in the relationship. But we will definitely be diving deeper. And again, also we'll be providing clarifying cards and advice. All right, so we have Page of Swords. This person was very harsh or very pragmatism that could be harsh. Okay, we have Six of Cups. They really loved you though. Really beautiful cards here so far. The Chariot. They were very quick to be sexual, I feel, is what came to mind when I saw that Chariot card. Or very quick to kind of do certain things that you probably weren't comfortable with. We have Four of Swords. We have here the Queen of Coins. They see you in a very beautiful light. They see you as someone who has better boundaries, or someone that has their shit together. Temperance, definitely as someone who has their shit together. The Hierophant. Or maybe not quick to sex, but quick to commitment here as well. But I just heard quick to sex, honestly, when I first saw that. And we have Judgment in reverse here. So I feel that, how does your person feel about you now in this no contact situation? They definitely appreciate you more. They view you as someone who's very regal, possibly very spiritual. They do miss you, but I'm not seeing them coming forward. They're kind of like stuck in their own shit currently, I feel. But they definitely have this deep admiration for you, to say like the least. If it's not like a love, it's this deep admiration that they feel for you. And they feel that they couldn't commit, or they wanted to commit, but it just would have been outside of their nature. Possibly dealing with a fire sign here is what I'm feeling. Outside of their nature, outside of, it's kind of like they wanted to have their cake and eat it too, but that's not what you're about, or they believe that you deserve more, I feel. They have this very high regard of you, and they view you as someone who is very smart, very sexy, very about their shit, basically, very like on top of things. You could be a business owner, or you could just be someone who is very like, even a degree holder, having a degree, someone who is just kind of like fine wine is what I'm feeling here. They may have had a drinking problem, or may have had a drinking problem, I feel, or just like a little bit too much excess at times. Not like a huge problem, but that's kind of like everyone in America currently, honestly. So taking a sip of tea here. But yeah, your person's energy, it just feels that they deeply admire you, and they do love you, but I just feel like they feel that the situation is hopeless. They feel that there's no point in coming forward because nothing could happen. But they definitely are a better person because of this connection. And I do feel that we do have on the bottom of the deck here, I feel safer in silence. And I'm like, how perfect, because this is a no contact reading, you know. But I do feel that your person is not going to come forward anytime soon. And if they do, it's not going to be it's going to be more like of a friendship thing, and not like a romantic thing. I feel that, not that they have moved on emotionally, but they just feel I feel this sense of unworthiness from them, or and that could be mirrored in you feeling that you are unworthy of love, or just the sense of like you being too much to handle, and not in a negative way, but in the sense that like they feel that you're like a fragile item, and that they don't have the capacity to hold your energy anymore. They don't have the capacity to like be in your energy. So I feel that this connection is, it's like they could be slightly narcissistic and thinking like only thinking about themselves, or just being a little bit egocentric, more self-focused is a better word actually than full-blown narcissism here, because I'm not seeing that. I feel that they have a gentle spirit. They have a very gentle heart. But at the end of the day, they are very like into themselves. And also, so someone was doing a reading, and basically he took out all the major arcana. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to overlay everyone after the Chariot. I'm going to overlay it with a new card, and if a major arcana pops out, I'm going to put it down, but then overlay it again. So overlaying Temperance, we have Six of Wands. Definitely felt a beautiful connection with you. Definitely felt that you were like a soulmate person, or that you just had like a lot of like a spark, a very, very big spark between you guys. Again, maybe a fire sign, or there may have been just a lot of fire between you guys, a lot of passion, a lot of heat, a lot of sex basically between you guys. And then we also have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, your energy was too much for them to carry basically. Like you have a very emboldened energy, or you just have a very beautiful aura, and it was like it's like you shine and you sparkle so much that it was too much for this person. And we have here the Hangman. So like I said, I'm going to overlay it again, and we have the Two of Swords. So it's like you are a thought in this person's mind, but they're not coming forward, and they are kind of resting on their laurels, resting on their ass in this connection. And I feel that's because they just don't have the emotional capacity to hold your energy, to hold your spirit. Like, I do feel this is a masculine feminine I'm reading for. So, like, with this person, it feels that the masculine is just kind of like not emotionally unattached, but emotionally immature to the fact that he can't hold emotional space, but he can recognize that you are like this beautiful light, this beautiful spirit, but he's just unable to hold your energy, unable to like be the container that you need currently. All right, and so I'm going to go ahead and start clarifying now with my Mystic Moon Oracle. And yeah, the messages can sometimes change a little bit, so just preparing for that. But I do feel that this person, it's like they recognized themselves in you, or they saw themselves in you, and it was just too much for them. Like they just feel like emotionally stunted and or emotionally immature, or there's just a general block with this person in this connection. All right, we have here settling. So you could have been settling, or because of their inability to hold your emotions, it just like was a situation to where all of yourself wasn't being honored. We have here fresh start. Yeah, I do feel that letting go of this painful, like not even painful past, letting go of this like, I feel that it's a kind of like a rug burn that you got from this person. Like, so not even that much pain, but just like a little rug burn that you got that you need to kind of recover from. And we also have free will, knowing that you can emotionally unattach at any time and head in a new direction. And we have awakening in family. So a person, your next partner could be someone that you start a family with. But yeah, we do have, because I want to see the admired card here. We do have admired and stuck. Because I feel that your person is stuck on you, and that you never left their energetic field. You still kind of have a place in their psyche, and they try purging this, but it's just you kind of exist. You exist within them, whether they like it or not, and this person exists within you. But I feel that the feminine in this aspect has more emotional maturity and more emotional like a sight, basically more emotional awareness. So it's like, yeah, you are being impacted, but it's not as bad because I feel that you just have more awareness around it. But for this person, it's kind of like they're not stuffing you down. They do acknowledge you, but it's a very like, they have a gentle aura, and I feel like their spirit is so gentle that they don't know what to do with themselves, so it just comes out being very abrasive, and they just don't have the capacity again to hold you and to hold your energy and to honor your energy. Again, we have new life, so definitely you are being asked to like kind of step into a new part of a new version of yourself, a new part of life that doesn't like not having love for this person, but just knowing that it's time to relinquish the emotional attachment that you have, because you are settling, you are honoring yourself, but you can have a fresh start, but it is your own free will. They're not telling you what to do. Obviously, we have yin. Yeah, I feel like you were very feminine, and I feel like this person also has a very feminine, a beautiful feminine energy as well, but it's like it's really muted. It feels like they can't honor themselves. They can't be honest about how they feel. We have to the sea. So giving your troubles, giving your worries to spirit. I'm feeling one more here. No, actually I'm not. We have time for a nap. So letting the situation go, letting possibly feeling like you're abandoned, dealing with any abandonment wounds that you may have, and knowing that this person only triggers that within you, and that this wound, this core wound, goes back to from trauma and in your upbringing, in your childhood, and that's often how it is. We just tend to repeat the cycle until we can learn from the situation. All right. So yeah, your advice here is to just become more open, I feel, and to give your cares and your worries to spirit, and dealing with any emotional wounds that you have, because 7 minus 2 is 5. And we do have the orphan card here, and we also do have round and round, and 2 plus 5 is obviously 7. So I'm just seeing like a 5-5 message here, like a 5-5-5 message first, and also a 7 message here as well, like letting go and allowing for change to happen, and also allowing for completion to happen, allowing for a fresh start to happen, allowing for this cycle to be completed, and not allowing this to impact your energetic auric field anymore. So that's all I have for you guys for no contact. I don't believe this person will come back, and if they do, I just feel that their offer will be very small. They just have a smaller. They just feel very unsure, very like a little kid basically. I'm viewing this page of swords as their energy, you know, and it just feels like they have a lot of maturing to do, and I'm not sure that you are the person to help facilitate that, but obviously we do have fresh start, but with free will, so it's all up to you. So thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment down below if this was your pal. Comment comment a teddy bear if this was your reading, and I will see you guys again soon. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste. Hello, namaste, and welcome to your readings, Pile 2s. This will be for if you chose this beautiful geoid. This will be your no contact. How do they feel about you? So bottom of the deck here, I'm just going to start off with this one because it's very synchronistic. We have I feel safer in silence. So yeah, this is definitely a no contact reading, all right? So we have 2 cards here actually. 2 fell out for you guys. So you got an extra card. We have our connection still affects me. I feel damaged, like I just can't do this. So your person, I feel they're fighting a lot of demons. They feel like they're in a very dark place. Like they don't have access to their higher chakras. They feel like not, I don't want to say unconscious. That feels wrong, but they just feel like they have very limited mind frame, or very limited ways that they can connect with spirit, or that they can get information. Like I'm not seeing them being attached to like, or being like having a lot of access to their intuitive gifts. While this like keeps rolling, maybe they're more so focused on and we have love falling. Maybe they're more so focused on their finances and their career, most likely, and not the connection itself. Also probably a damaging childhood. I feel that this person could be like a lawyer, or just have like a very like I feel that they have a shell, or like like everyone thinks they have it all together, but internally they're a mess. They're a hot mess actually. And so yeah, but just jumping right in, this will be how they currently feel about you. And yeah, and how they see you as well. All right, so part 2 is here. Wow, we have the sun. I feel that you illuminated their demons. You kind of like your playful energy, like made them see. Yeah, exactly. Their playful energy made your playful energy made them see how fucked up they were, or like how like just like not in alignment they were. All right, so someone I was watching, what he does is he covers up the I guess I'm gonna leave this here, but actually I'm just gonna do it now. Yeah, we have 4 of Cups. I'm not feeling this Judgment card here. He covers it up. When there's more than one major arcana, he covers it up in the reading with a pip card. So I like that interpretation, because I feel that sometimes the majors can be more confusing than they are giving. Then we have 10 of Cups, 2 of Coins. Yeah, it's like you gave this person options, or you gave this person possibly an ultimatum, or just like the way you were presenting, like they saw that you were a very serious person, that you had your shit together, or that you were wanting to get your shit together, or just like you were wanting something more serious, and they're like, I can't give this to this person. 4 of Cups. We have 5 of Coins. I feel that either you ended things, or I feel that you ended things honestly, or that just your attitude or like your demeanor changed or something. I feel like this like change that happened. And 7 of Coins here. This person may have talked about marriage with you, or talked about the long haul with you. But I get the sense that they just lack emotional maturity, or they just feel like they're like someone who's older, but they still are very highly immature. Like I was actually talking to this man one time. I quite liked him. He was a lawyer. He had his shit together, but he just had this very like bombastic, slightly narcissistic vibe to him. And I'm not gonna. It's like, I don't know. It was attractive, because it's like he projected at first, at least, that he had his shit together, but really he was like a little boy inside, basically, still. And a lot of men are that way, because we do have a lot of wounded masculines, that could be not. We have a lot of wounded masculines, and I feel that this is a wounded masculine energy, to where like he acts like he has all of his shit together, but he doesn't. And the way he sees you, I feel that he feels abandoned by you, but he won't admit that to himself. He feels, I don't know, the word drunk came to mind. So maybe this person is a drunk, or maybe they drowned their feelings in a bottle, because actually we have 4 of Cups here, and that could be drowning your sorrows in a bottle. And this 5 of Wands here under the 9 of Swords, it's like this person wants to have the persona that you don't matter to them, or that they just project a very like calm, cool aura. They're very charismatic, this person. And that's how the other person was to the guy I was talking about. Very charismatic, but lacking any substance, and that's why like nothing happened between us, because it's very lacking substance. And so I feel like your person lacks substance, or you were so authentic and so true that you kind of illuminated that the false energy that they carried within themselves. And yeah. So yeah. While on the deck here we have 8 of Cups, Page of Wands, Queen of Swords. Yeah, I feel that you cut this person off, or that parts of your aura just became like too much for him to handle. But I really do feel that you ended things, or that I feel that you had a lot of control towards the end, but possibly not in the beginning. So I never really answered, how does this person feel about you? They have a lot of chaotic emotions. I feel that these cards are representing how like they feel like they really fucking lost you. And that you were kind of someone like they put on a subconscious pedestal. Like they didn't appreciate you when they had you, but now that you're gone, they really notice your absence. And I just feel that, yeah, I feel like I'm damaged, like I just can't do this. I feel that they have a really deep internal wound, and being in your presence like kind of illuminated that for them and made them feel very uncomfortable. They just feel like someone who's a lost soul, but someone who has like possibly wealth, or just like they feel like grandiose in some way. It doesn't have to be like they're rich or anything, but they just feel like they have a very grandiose, very grand personality, to where it's like they project having like their shit together, but they really are like a little boy inside. I'm taking a sip of tea. But yeah, your person's energy just feels honestly not hard to read, but like they're layered, meaning they can't be honest with themselves when it comes to you. They have to bullshit themselves and say, "Oh, this didn't affect me. This didn't impact me." But really, they're almost, it's like they're suffering in silence, I feel, or they're like feeling, they definitely feel your absence, but they don't admit this to themselves. They don't have an honest relationship with themselves, so they can never have an honest relationship with you. There was just this meme on Instagram, like people can only meet you as deeply as they met themselves. And I really feel this for you guys. It's kind of like you have this depth to you, or you have this, like, again, this beautiful aura about yourself. And this person, they just feel very muted. And not like an energy vampire, I wouldn't say that, but it feels just like they can't match your energy, basically. They can't match your vibration. So it's like, why even bother with this person, you know? Um, Anything else? Yeah, and we have wealth coming out again. So this person may be really hyper focused on their money or making money or just being in like the career mindset. And that being like the band-aid they use to cover the deep wounds that they carry internally. So like, yeah. This person may have treated you like an option at one point, or like you didn't really matter to them, but like I feel like you have like deeply, they have like, you're like a seed in their subconscious, and they can ignore you, but you keep growing and growing and growing. Like we have here 7 of Coins with the 10 of Cups. So it's like this person almost wanted to see a future with you, but it's like they just don't have like emotional capacity. We have the answer is no coming in. So I want to put that on the table because I do feel like the answer is no. Like they just don't have emotional capacity or emotional depth. They just feel, again, like very young, very immature. Like the masculine that walks around pretending like they have the shit together, but they don't. We have admired. So they do I was saying they put you on a pedestal. They do highly admire you. They do think very, very highly of you. They do they still love you. We have big dreams. This person, again, I think they use their work as a band-aid. And one more, because I feel there's one more that needs to come out here. Bound, excuse me. So we have bound coming in. Yeah, it's like this person, they don't have access to their higher chakras, meaning they don't have access to spirit. And I feel that you could be someone that does have access to that. And so we have the answer is yes, you should release this, and doing some inner child work in the process, meaning like analyzing your wounds that we have accumulated in childhood. We all have them. And yeah, so attracting this type of person could mean that you have the abandonment wound, that you often put people on pedestals, that you could be unconscious at time or make decisions from an unconscious place, possibly having anxiety, depression, possibly even and this is a trigger warning, by the way, so skip like a minute ahead if you don't want to hear this, but possibly even suicidal thoughts. I feel just being in a very negative place emotionally. And this person mirrored that behavior, like mirrored that unhealed part of yourself. And things could have gotten very mechanical between you guys, so very like transactional, meaning like the sex became mechanical, hanging out became mechanical. It just became something to do, and not something that brought life to you or that brought energy to you. All right. This is a very interesting reading here. All right, so advice for my pal twos, please. What do you want them to do about this connection? All right, so we have here, not for you, and why. not for you. Just, it's about discerning what edifies your spirit, what gives your spirit life, what basically causes like your vibration to raise, and what causes you to kind of sink into despair, what gives you a spiritual sickness is what I would say. And why? It feels very inquisitive, like your inner child is coming back in here again, excuse me, and wanting you to do some work on that aspect of yourself. All right. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching pile threes. Leave the sun emoji if this was your pal in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste. Hello, namaste, and welcome to readings pile threes. This would be for if you chose this gorgeous tower of quartz. Like, look at those inclusions, I think they're called. This is so beautiful. You can see my lights, but like, look at that beautiful rainbow there. All right, enough admiring the crystal. This will be your person, their feelings for you, no contact situation. Bottom of the deck here, we do have I feel safer in silence. So this is definitely, again, a no contact situation. All right, so just jumping right in. We have your primary card being your beauty still moves me. So I feel that this person could be checking up on you on social media, looking at you. I don't think they would like tell you this, obviously, because there is no contact, but you have your beauty still moves me. So think you're a beautiful creature. So just jumping right on in here. I'm getting that they could also, like, I don't know, this is, I guess, this is an adult reading, right? So they could also become like erect, thinking about you and thinking about the things you guys did together. Wink, wink, you know what we all do. We all humans. All right, so just jumping right on in. This person's thoughts, feelings for you, how they view you. Wow, we have 2 of Cups coming in. We have 5 of Cups in reverse. Wow. So them still carrying this emotional wound. We have Justice. We have Hangman. And someone I was watching, he puts a pip card when there's a second, major arcana. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We have the Page. The Ace of Cups. Wow. Over the 2 of Cups. Wow. We have the 7 of Wands in reverse. Wow. This is very intense energy. Queen of Coins. And we have 6 of Swords with what? With the Knight of Wands. They feel that they moved on too quickly from you. That this connection was something that they never have experienced before. Like, they still are emotionally clinging. This feels like they feel like they made a mistake here. That they didn't honor you, or that they didn't appreciate you enough. And you kind of moved on, or they moved on and then you moved on. I feel with this Page here, Page and Hangman, Page of Swords and Hangman, that felt like a decision that they made in haste, a hasty decision that they made that they are regretting now. So I feel that this person broke off contact with you, but they still are thinking about you, thinking about the good times you guys had together. We have here 3 of Coins, about times you had together, 2 of Swords, Strength, and the Fool. How they were a fool to let you go, because their hearts still want you. They still are emotionally invested. But again, this is a no contact situation, so they aren't contacting you, obviously, and letting you know this. But I feel that they are still, I mean, we have your beauty still moves me, and then we have these beautiful cards. I mean, not beautiful cards, you know, because there is no contact in the situation. So if it was really something like pressing, I feel that there will be contact, you know. But I do feel that they feel like they were hasty, they were childish. What's the word? Impotent or impetuous is the word. Excuse me, impetuous. With their decisions, and now they're living in the aftermath of their quick, hasty decisions, and they regret moving on so fast because you brought a lot of balance into their life. Your presence kind of moved them. This could be interracial, or I'm getting like interracial with this black beauty here, and I don't know, I'm just getting interracial, or also across religions possibly as well, possibly not having, I don't know, like someone's approval maybe, or just like things like them being afraid of people's reactions or something, of their family's reactions perhaps. This justice card here, I don't know, justice is a card that confuses me a little bit, honestly, because it's like so precise. But you maybe, again, I was saying you brought a lot of balance into their life, or something deeper here with this Queen of Coins justice. That you were able to, that you are a very smart person. They really admired how beautiful you are, and also admired how you perceive things, your perspectives around things. You just kind of brought like a breath of fresh air to them, but they were still very childish with this Page of Swords here. They're still very like immature, and I don't want to say that's also a reflection of you, but like this person was brought into your life for a reason, so their behaviors can and do mirror your own, I feel. But yeah, this feels like they definitely feel they made a mistake, and that they're living in that mistake now. They're living in a new reality that does not involve you, and they feel like just their solar plexus feels like fuck, basically, like fuck, like I fucked up, basically. The Seven of Wands here reversed with the Five of Cups reversed. That feels again like their world has been turned upside down since you guys have not been in contact, and part of themselves are still stuck in the past, and wanting, like, not wanting more from this connection, but just feeling, I don't feel they feel grounded in life anymore. They feel like they don't know anything. They feel a little bit helpless, and again that they made a very irrational, quick decision that they are paying for now. We got Two of Cups, Ace of Cups coming in with a no contact. That's like, damn, I fucked up. And yeah, they just feel that they made a big mistake. And they don't have, you see, we have action and divine feminine. They want to take action, but like, it's like you've changed so much since this person, or they feel just like unworthy, or like that you have like moved on or something. All right, further clarify this person's feelings, please. I feel that I need it, because it's almost like this person is kind of like, it's almost like they've seen the error of their ways, but I'm like, really? Oh, really? Yeah, this person is definitely grieving this connection. Wow, they definitely are stuck on you. Wow, yeah, we have Winter. That's like being like, there's no life there. I mean, and I'm not saying this, you were this person's life, but I just feel that you became a very intricate part of their lives, and they're just regretting that. They do have grief in their heart, coming in right over the Five of Cups, Seven of Wands. They do have a lot of grief in their heart for this connection, and kind of like wanting you back. We have cycles here. You guys may have been, oh wow, and we have Twin Flame. Wow. Yeah, this person definitely, I don't know if they know the Twin Flame concept, but this person definitely, they know they fucked up. Basically, they're like, fuck. I'm not, but I just feel that they've seen the errors of their ways. And with the cycle card here, I feel that they could be in a cycle with someone else, be involved with someone else, and it's kind of like through that connection, they're seeing how good your connection was with them. And we have Twin Flame. I'm not saying they know that like the meaning of the card Twin Flame, or the meaning of the phrase Twin Flame, but they have they feel very bonded to you. Like you just really kind of made things different for their lives, basically. And we have here admired, new direction, and fear. So it's like you still are heavily admired by this person, but they see that you have moved in a new direction. They're very fearful to come forward with and we have karmic partner. So this person may be with a karmic partner, or this may be a karmic partner or a karmic lesson for you. I feel a little bit of both. I feel that this person is with a karmic partner, and that this situation was karma for you to learn. Is the karma with this person over? That's too much. Is karma with this person over? We have solitude. I feel no, honestly. I feel that you could possibly have more lifetimes with this person. The solitude for me feels like, okay, I'm taking time out. So I feel that for this particular lifetime, possibly. But I do see kind of there's still more to the story here, especially with the Cycles card here. And yeah. But again, this is general reading. Don't cling to that realization of that aspect of anything, because it is general reading. All right, and lastly here we would do 2 cards to end the reading for you guys as advice to what to do in this connection. We have not for you. So this person, the situation is not for you, or doesn't serve your highest energy. And we have poised. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep being who you are. Keep being this beautiful, vibrant, feminine energy that I'm seeing. I feel that you are building something else. You are building for something else, basically, at this time. The situation is kind of over for this lifetime, I feel, with this not for you card. And this person may or may not come back. I'm not... Possibly with like an offering of love, or like a token of love, you know, expressing themselves to you, but I'm seeing that it's just not for you in this particular lifetime. So I hope this reading has helped. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below. Let's see, comment down below a money symbol, or the money symbol if this was your pal. Thank you guys so much for watching. Namaste.